what we had last week, didn't we, Bernard?
Yes.
Is we had old terrace standing, cheerleading, nuff footy supporting fat wander into the box last week after Geelong were turned over by the bottom team from the year before.
Absolutely.
All we heard was umps, 31-15 umps, all this crap. It was embarrassing to listen to. So, Fat,
Yes.
what we say to you now,
Is well done.
because we've got people who have been involved in elite sport for a long time, and people that have been involved in elite sport understand swings and roundabouts happen in sport.
Yes.
You might get a bad look one week, you get a good look the next week. So we're going to just shut up and allow you to acknowledge that in the last minute of that game you were given the greatest hand from the officials of all time that won you a game of footy, so you could acknowledge how lucky you were.
You talking to me?
Yep.
It was a gift.
No, it was a 50-50, that one. We've seen it. We saw it all night last night. We saw it all night. It was a 50-50. Some go your way, some don't go your way.
Phil.
Luckily for the Cats, they went their way.
50-50.
Do we want to talk about Eric,
No.
the eel? He
No.
Bill.
About
Did
the last
beat
minute. We're
three
talking about
kicks
the
in the
last minute.
first quarter?
Last
Be
minute.
the better man and
No,
admit
no,
you were
no.
gifted a game of football.
Gifted.
No, I'm not.
So-
Because Joe Eric missed a goal from the goal square. And well done to Isaac
to do
Smith
with it.
to go down the other end and
Fat,
kick the
we're
goal.
not caring about any of that. Just the last minute.
They're not at their best to the Cats at the minute. They're not at their best. I'm a touch
don't want a
worried
summary.
about them.
Bill, you should be 0-2.
Hi, Chief. Well, hang on. Let me have a look at the ladder.
You can look at that decision
I'm looking at the
100
ladder.
times, Bill, and 100 times you'll say that's incorrect disposal
Here's
of the
the
football.
AFL Toyota ladder. Cats. Oh, no, they're 1-1.
So, Fat, let me
What?
ask you this.
What?
It's my understanding,
Oh,
and I
Lockie
have it
Neal,
from
T.
high authority, that
Yes.
at some stage this afternoon, and highly likely while we're on air,
Yeah.
the AFL are going to make an official acknowledgement that they got it wrong. When they do, will you then acknowledge how lucky you
Well,
are?
let's see what they
No,
say.
if they say they got that decision wrong, will you then
Tim,
acknowledge?
Don't use. You're the worst bloke in the world to say I got it wrong or it's not my fault.
No,
Actually,
it's
that's
not
a
my
fair
fault.
point, Jim.
Jim, you are the
Not
worst.
my fault. I wasn't umpiring.
Warriors turning it around.
Hey, by the way, it had everything last
So
night.
just acknowledge.
Oh, we'll see.
Oh.
It had everything last night, Jim. What about that down at the Cattery? Not sure if the game's going to go ahead. People, fans asked to leave
Yes.
at quarter time.
Yes.
Spicy, bit of spice back in it
Spice.
down there. I
Oh, there
liked
was,
it.
there
It was a bit heated, wasn't it, Chiefy? Then we had Gary Rowan and Lockie Neal.
Oh, now, what's
Trouble.
Gary on about?
Gone.
Why are
Just
you
a little
swinging an
round
arm in?
arm
Why are you
Gone.
doing that?
From behind.
3 weeks, you reckon, Bill?
Oh,
From behind.
Why are you
was a
doing that
little
if you're Gary
swinger.
Rowan?
Cheap
well,
shot.
because he got one first.
Well, yeah, but you don't swing your arm
It
around. hit
happens
someone
all
in
the
head.
time behind
All right, so
play.
that's okay.
Well,
And then Chris Scott
shut
took
up,
on...
then Chris Scott firing
on
up.
Lockie, yeah.
What about, and then, Mark O'Connor, I love what he did, because that's how you do tag. He didn't do anything untoward, he just went with him and annoyed him, that was great. Good to see the tagging back,
Yeah.
because all week we've been saying, Chief,
It
haven't
will
we?
come back into vogue, I think.
It will now,
Yeah,
you're right,
agreed.
with this new rule. But also, all week we've been saying how nice players are. They hug before a game now. They hug after it. They're all too nice. There's no taggers. Well done, Mark O'Connor, and last night. And then, guess who kicks the winning goal? Isaac Smith. So it had everything. It was a nice burger.
that a trick
Bacon,
question?
pineapple,
He's just done a match
beetroot.
review, Jim.
We don't need a
We
précis
don't
of the
do
game.
match reviews on Triple
we
M.
watched the game.
Because I was there and I watched it with a couple of frothies.
We don't need a précis
People
of the
trying
game.
to take advantage of me too.
We
filling
watched-
me up last night, trying to get me home and take advantage of me. But it had everything, the burger last night.
We watched it. We
Yeah,
were
Bill,
all at the
we all
game.
seen
We all
it.
saw it. But
Oh, well,
Anyway.
a disgraceful non-decision, and how in God's
wasn't
name an umpire
disgraceful.
cannot think that is holding the ball. That is just getting to the last 20 seconds and completely panicking.
And it happened the previous week too, Jim, the GWS and St Kilda game.
Yep.
So there's been a couple of games decided on the back of umpiring
So
or
we'll get to-
non-umpiring
It is
decisions.
getting more difficult to umpire. our
Absolutely it
games.
is. Yeah.
The,
You've got to
the
feel-
AFL will,
You do.
there'll be an announcement coming. We also had a look at the Friday flashback last night, which was the
Oh,
Geelong
yes.
Footy Club kicking the highest ever score in the history of the AFL/VFL against the Brisbane Bears, Carrara.
37-17.
37 goals, of which you contributed 3. So how can you not get on the end of a little more than that?
How many double kick?
9.
So 12 between us.
Oh, yeah.
So we had this discussion on Triple M last night because we had Bill and Barry Stoneham came in
The
for a
great
chat.
Barry Stoneham.
And we did have that discussion, and it must have been hard for Bill being third fiddle
That's it.
behind Gary Ablett and Baz.
Yes.
That there wouldn't have been
Well-
would have been pretty slim pickings for him.
Not only third fiddle, in this game you played fifth fiddle.
Well, you're
Because
probably
Bolthead-
behind Spiro Malakalis as well, weren't you?
Bruce
Gavin
Lindner,
Exel. Gavin Exel.
Gavin Exel.
X and the Prez.
Paul,
yeah.
Brown,
Prez.
Paul Brown kicked 6.
Paul
Darren Forsman kicked more than you.
You know what happened, Jim? I've told you this.
Forsy.
Oh, the Rodeo clown. Had the hair, the red hair like a Rodeo clown. That's what we got. Right, he was a Rodeo clown. That's what he used to do during the week. He'd ride those fucking horses.
Ride those ones.
Fucking horses.
That's it.
I played, I've told you this, Jim, centre half back.
Oh, you did
I
not.
played centre half back.
You kicked 3 from centre
I
half.
slipped down to kick
Well,
3.
you're running off.
Yeah. So
Yeah, nice.
that was one of those. Still a world record.
No, it
And will
is.
never be broken.
Yeah, that's it.
37-17.
37 of them, of which you handed 3 in.
Part of the team, Jim.
That's it. Of
I'm
course
just a
you were.
team player.